What's up everyone, and welcome to another painting livestream. My name is Goro Fujita, and I'm gonna cover how to paint rainy environments today with diffuse lighting, and we'll see how it goes. So this is like this little sketch I prepared. Let me make this a little bit more visible. As usual, I'm using like this vanishing point brush to put in the perspective grid first. And then I just created like the sketch of this, my little CEO robot meeting a new friend. And I imagine this to be like a melancholic like mood with like kind of like a rainy scenario. It's maybe a little bit after the rain and still a little bit drizzling. Let's start with the sky. So overcast environments, usually the sky is the one that's warm and then the ground is cool. So let's see. I'm gonna create this ground here and maybe make it grayish green, something like this. Oops, let me create a new layer for that. The sound should be working. So I'm using the vanishing point as a guide, and what I'm gonna do here is I'm just using what I already blocked in. I'm just duplicating it, calling it grass. And this might be the concrete. But what I'm gonna do for the concrete too is I'm just gonna create a new layer. I believe they changed the they changed to a different server, and that might have caused some differences in how the stream is being streamed. So in case you're wondering what I'm doing right now, it's like I'm creating a bunch of I'm just creating texture. And because I have the vanishing point, what I'm gonna do is like I'm using this as a concrete texture. And then skew it into perspective. This is like a very easy way to emphasize perspective without being like too like it adds interesting texture to it. So let me just use like a rough texture brush here, just like adding some detail into it. And then I'm gonna select more stuff, just changing the hue a little bit, hue and value. There's only 3 people today. Today is like a tiny stream, but I think I didn't really advertise it much this time. I've been so busy at work. So actually I probably only announced it on Patreon and on my Facebook page, and that's about it. I have to be better at notifying people. Okay, now I have this texture here, and I'm gonna just use it, and with Control T I'm gonna transform it and skew it into perspective. Oops. So if you hold Control, you can basically move that edge, the corners. You can do something like this. And usually you can hold Control and Shift together, and then you don't have to eyeball the angle here, right? So you can actually move it along the axis, and for some reason that stopped working on my computer. So I cannot combine Alt and Control, Shift and Control for some reason. But that's okay.